And it's just like, can't you just leave my page the fuck alone? No, they do it because they want you to pay them money. And I am not paying them money to advertise a page where I mostly post memes on it. I want my audience to grow, and growth has been incredibly slow ever since I reached 10,000. That seems to be just like a magic number. I love stealth kills in these games. It's a lot of fun. And I really like the setting of this, and I think I may like this better than Far Cry 3, which Far Cry 3 is the big one that everybody loves it. Far Cry 3 has a better villain. Voss is a better villain than Pagan Man. I'll just straight up say that. But this, I don't feel like I'm playing a fucking douchebag. Like I do in Far Cry 3. Like, I do not like the main character of Far Cry 3. And it's got that I don't remember what it's called. Like when other people have talked about it on their channels and they said what it's called, and I don't remember. But the thing where it is very strange that your character goes from, oh my god, I just killed someone, what the fuck, to let's kill everything that moves very, very quickly. And the Tomb Raider reboot did this exact same thing, and that is eliminated in Far Cry 2, which is probably my personal favorite Far Cry game. You don't have that because every single playable character in that is some kind of mercenary or former soldier or something, or drug runner or something like that you know this person knows how to, has no problem killing bad guys. And that's one of the many things I like about Far Cry 2. Like a lot of people consider it the black sheep, but I love that game. Boy, I love that game so fucking much. Here I'm trying to remember how to throw things. That's not it. There we go. Bye-bye, truck. And here they just kind of line up to die for me. Sometimes the enemy AI can be kind of dumb. But the weapons are so fun to fire, and the open world is so much fun to explore, and it's so beautiful that I don't even care. You know? This game is a lot of fun to play. It really is. Like, if you were skeptical about it because it's just too similar to Far Cry 3, I mean, if you liked Far Cry 3, you're probably going to like it. But it's Far Cry 3 with quality of life improvements and a protagonist that I don't hate. And and maybe you like this setting better, maybe you like the other setting better, or maybe you like the African Savannah of 3 better. I don't know. But I'm really enjoying that. And there, we liberated our first outpost. And that's what you did in 3. And that's what you did in Blood Dragon. When we get retardedly overpowered. That's demonetized. I'm not able to monetize my videos anyway. I'll try to remember to post a link in the description of these videos for you guys to if you haven't seen the strategy guide video. I will try to remember to post a link in the description for all 3 of these videos for you guys to check out. Like I said, I'm pretty happy with it. I just don't like how it sounds above all else.
You being here and helping our cause is no accident.
I did what I could to clean up the audio, and I put in background music to try to disguise it. I did what I could with it. I tried my best. I'm not a miracle worker.
my parents really start the golden path?
They did.
You know, I haven't benchmarked this PC.
The free Kirat from Pagan's
I
regime.
should do that
You
sometime.
have a chance to
Should
help
do a
us
proper
finish
benchmark of
what
this.
GameStop
I don't own any games that actually challenge it, really. Like,
Ajay.
the most advanced games that I own, the most advanced game that I own, I think, is Call of Duty Advanced Warfare,
Looks like we're staying.
the PC version of that. And I cranked up the graphics as high as they would go on Call of Duty Advanced Warfare with my current build, and intentionally left VSync off just to see how many frames per second I would get without it. And then, even then, I was getting 170 to 200 frames per second on that game. That's just nuts. That tells me that I built a really good PC. And I unlocked co-op here, and when you unlock co-op, you get to meet this game's version of the rather infamous Far Cry character, Herc. I remember Herc in 5 is like, he's like running some kind of political campaign. And I haven't played 5, I've just seen the cutscene of it. And he says something along the line, he refers to his political opponents as, and I quote, Obama-loving libtards. And I heard this, and I busted a gut laughing at this. I thought this was the funniest fucking thing in the world. Only to find out that some pansies over at GameSpot didn't think this was the funniest thing in the world. They took it seriously, and I'm like, why would you take that seriously? It's obviously meant to just kind of poke fun at it, not meant to be serious. Have a little bit of fun, dudes. But they did this whole video just talking about how bothered they were at Herc saying Obama-loving libtards. Like, every single fucking video game character in the fucking universe needs to be left-wing. It's fucking stupid. That even wasn't, from what I gather, that isn't even a very political game, which I read Polygon's article review of it, or I tried to read it. I gave up after 6-7 paragraphs in, but they just kept whining and whining and whining about how this wasn't about Trump. Like, this wasn't supposed to be about Trump. It was supposed to be about cults. Why would it be about Trump? We did a podcast. I think we did a podcast discussing that a long time ago. Because both Eric and I thought this was fucking stupid that people were trying to make a big controversy out of this game not being like a condemnation of the president. I don't want to get too political on this channel, but but my whole position on that was, why does it need to be? Why can't it be more like a condemnation of like Heaven's Gate and the People's Temple and like the Sword of the Lord and other, and there was one in Brazil, and I'm sure that I can't remember the name of, that like sacrificed people, and Shariko that pumped gas into the subway systems in Japan. And why can't it be about cults like that? What's wrong with it being about cults? You know? Whatever. That's ultimately what it was, and I'm fine with that. I'm fine with it being about cults. I don't want it to get ultra preachy to me anyway. I don't want the video games in general to get ultra preachy to me. Be fun. Don't be in your face with politics. You know what I mean? Focus on the fun first. And apparently that's what Far Cry did, and it pissed off Polygon, because Polygon's a bunch of fucking soy boys. But fucking made me laugh. Yeah, I'll probably play 5 at some point. I don't know when. I haven't even beaten 4 yet. Probably beat 2 and 3 on PC. I have 1, 2, 3, and Blood Dragon for PC. The funny thing is, I don't remember. I remember getting Blood Dragon because they had this thing where they gave it away. Ubisoft gave it away for free on PC once, and I was like, "Oh, I'll get the PC version of that and play it." And then I just fucking forgot about it. I didn't have Uplay installed until I rebuilt my machine, and then I installed Far Cry 3 and I launched it out of Steam, and it launched Uplay. It's like, we need to install Uplay. I'm like, oh, okay. So I launched Uplay and installed that. And it said, your Uplay account has these other games on it. I'm like, when the fuck did I get those? I never bought those. So I have the PC version of Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag, which I have not played because I'm going to play 3 first. I've beaten 1, 2, Brotherhood, and Revelations. The console versions of all of those. And I've got the PSP one as well, Bloodlines. But it's like, you have Assassin's Creed Black Flag, and I'm like, I don't remember buying Black Flag. Did you guys give it away for free and I just didn't know it or something? And it's like, you also have Watch Dogs. And I'm like, I know I didn't buy Watch Dogs because I heard from a bunch of people that I trust that Watch Dogs was disappointing, and I decided to not bother. So I intentionally didn't buy Watch Dogs because I just heard how disappointing it was, and I was like, yeah, I'll go do something else. Okay, this must be the one where I rescue all the hostages. So I can play those now if I want to, because they're in my Ubisoft Uplay thing, and I don't remember buying them. Which I thought the only reason that I remember even having Uplay was because they did give away Blood Dragon for free, and I got that, so I could play the superior PC version of that. I originally played it on the PlayStation 3, and if you guys have not played Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon, holy shit, it is awesome and fun and hilarious. It's one giant love letter to 80s action movies, wrapped in a little Far Cry 3 campaigns, like 7-8 hours of content for about $15 when it was brand new, and I bought the shit out of that, and I played it, and I laughed my ass off and had so much fun because it's like one-dimensional characters. There's nothing to Rex Power Cult aside from the fact that he's a badass. He's a one-liner spouting badass. That's his entire character. There's no character arcs. There's no deep exploration of character. There's nothing like that. And it's just really, really funny. But like, you know how writing can be clever in a way that it's incredibly stupid? Yeah. It can be, it's incredibly stupid, but you can tell that it's written that way on purpose and it's clever about it. That's Far Cry Blood Dragon. And it is incredibly stupid in a way that that references and shows great admiration and love for 80s action films. So if you like 80s action films, you will, and you like Far Cry, you owe it to yourself to play Blood Dragon. It's great. The descriptions of every item is funny. You get ridiculous upgrades for every item. Like, you get a sniper rifle that becomes so powerful that you don't even have to aim because it fires explosive shells. You don't even have to aim down sights with it. You just point at whatever you want to die and pull the trigger and it blows up. It's fucking great. You get a quad barrel shotgun after you upgrade it. There's all kinds of crazy stuff. And you can run infinitely. And it's got simultaneously the most patronizing tutorial ever, and the best tutorial ever because it makes fun of the way tutorials constantly get in. Tutorials have a tendency to constantly get in your way by intentionally never leaving your way. It is constantly just in your face with way too many pop-ups, and if you sit there and read them all, it's humorous. Like, they found a way to make the tutorial both the most annoying thing in the world and the funniest thing in the world through good writing. It's great. I fucking love Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon. It's my favorite Far Cry game. That and 2. I go back and forth on which one I like more. Highly recommend both, though. But 2, I would recommend getting the Clarity mod to make it. Because the Far Cry 2 was released in that time zone when every single game was brown and gray and black in the name of realism. And it didn't look realistic. And B, we had color filters over the graphics of a lot of games for some ungodly reason. Like Far Cry 2 had an orange filter over it. Or a brown filter. And New Vegas had an orange filter. And Fallout 3 had a green filter, so on and so forth. And I don't know why developers did this or ever thought that it was a good idea. But it fucking wasn't. Yeah.
I can only give you this. I wish I had more for you. Thank you.
There, I just freed all of the hostages without getting caught. So the PC version of it still has, like, it's not that difficult to run, and it still looks pretty decent, especially for its age. But it's got that orange filter on it, and I don't know, and it's got that orange or brown filter on it, and I don't know why. And there's a mod to remove it called Clarity that just makes the game look better without altering the graphics in almost any way at all. All it does is remove the filter. It does not do anything else to it. And bam, just instantly looks better. And it's like, why did you guys have to put this filter on in the first place? And there are similar mods for New Vegas and Fallout 3. I'm sure there are mods for other games, such as other games along those lines. Like, if I remember right, and we just played this, I should fucking remember, but Gears of War kind of has like a brownish, grayish filter on it too, doesn't it? I mean, it's brown and gray and black, and the only other color you ever see in that game is the yellow emulsion, and that's basically it. But I seem to remember it having the filter on it as well. And I don't know about the PC version. Like, I've never played the PC version. All I can do is like look at it, try to find gameplay of the PC version, which is difficult to do because all the PC version gameplay is buried now by gameplay of the PC version of Gears of War Ultimate Edition. Speaking of Gears of War, we probably will do Gears of War 2 at some point this year, so you guys could probably look forward to that. After we beat Doom 2, which we're pretty deep into Doom 2 right now, and we're going to do the 2 secret levels as well, so you guys can look forward to that. But after we beat Doom 2 and review it, and I finish Halo 3 and review it, we will probably, and this is not a definite promise, but we were probably going to do Fear. And Fear has a problem with some video cards, some more modern video cards, when it's being recorded specifically. So I might have a problem when attempting to record Fear.
I'm Herc. I heard about you, man. Taking names and writing checks out to kick it.
I might have a problem attempting to record Fear.
Golden Path won't know what hit them right in their faces.
We are the Golden Path.
Man, I do not.
This is Herc, by the way.
What you are saying?
And because the last time I tried to record Fear was for a Halloween episode years ago before I upgraded my PC, when I was still running a 750 with a FX 8350P and 32 GDR3. Even that should have kicked the shit out of Fear. But when I was trying to record it, I got all kinds of flickering textures and flickering lights that really ruined the experience. Because lighting is a very, very important part of that. And nobody wants to see textures flickering out in and out while they're trying to play the fucking game, right? I know I don't.
That's all right. You kind of came in on the slow bus too, but you got there, so I got respect for that. I'm gonna see you around though, okay? Okay, let's roll, Golden Path, homie.
But if I can't get the PC version to record properly, and I will look through the PC wiki, see if I can find a way to get it to record properly, then I will just play the Xbox version instead. And we're going to play through Fear and try to get our eventual plan is to do a co-op playthrough of Fear 3, which obviously co-op focused channel. Even when I'm playing through a single player game such as Fear, Dalton will be with me. He's not with me right now because he's on vacation, as I mentioned, but generally speaking, he's going to be hanging out with me, talking. And I think the commentary is better with him because both of us have someone to play off of. You know what I mean? Both of us have someone to converse with instead of me just rambling into a mic like this. But yeah, the console version of it is just, at least the Xbox 360 version anyway, is just fine. I would prefer the PC version. It'll run at 60 frames per second. It'll look better. It'll play better. But if I have to do the console version, it looks fine. I can live with that. But not making any promises, but that is what we're looking at doing after Doom 2, and I'm pretty excited about that because Fear is fucking awesome. I don't know if you guys have ever played it before, but Fear is an amazing game. It is absolutely one of the best shooters from the previous generation of consoles, and if you've never played it, you are seriously missing out on some of the best feeling and sounding weapons in any video game ever. And some of the best enemy AI in any video game ever. And the best use of slow-mo in any video game ever. And the lighting engine is still pretty damn good. The sound design is amazing in that game. Absolutely fucking incredible. I love Fear. It's awesome and highly recommended if you've never played it before. Thoroughly enjoyable game. I wish I knew exactly how much we have left in this recording. We are at 1 hour and 25 minutes. I'm sitting here recording this commentary for you guys. And I know we are getting close to the end, but I don't know how close to the end we are. And that's an important piece of information to know. You know what I mean? I don't want to go over too long. I don't mind if there's a few seconds after, like I've done that in the past where there's just a few seconds because we ran out of gameplay while we were recording a commentary track. But I, generally speaking, would rather not have it go overtime if I don't have to. Hope you guys have been enjoying this. Like, I really, really enjoyed sitting down and playing through this game. Playing through more of it, getting through the first act done there. It's a lot of fun. Far Cry 4 is a lot of fun, and it's a really pretty game, and it feels pretty smooth to play, even on this console version. Runs at a solid 30 FPS, consistent 30 FPS. Looks pretty damn good. Looks really good on my high definition 4K television. Like, this is not one of the games. I mentioned this in my review of the Xbox One X, but this is not one of the games that gets enhanced for the Xbox One. Xbox One X. It doesn't have any kind of special 4K mode or anything like that, like Far Cry 5 does. I love a good shotgun. I really love a good shotgun in these games. There's so much fun. And you can blame that partially on Doom, because Doom has the best shotgun in video game history. And I will die on that hill. Doom is fucking amazing. I fucking adore that game. You guys already know that I've reviewed Doom, the Ultimate Doom, and I've reviewed Final Doom, and we're Let's Playing Doom 2, and it won't be the last Doom that we play. I would love to do PlayStation Doom and Doom 64, and I can't wait for the re-release of Doom 64. I'm really excited about that. You guys really excited about that? Let me know in the description below if you're excited about Doom 64, because that game's awesome. I love the new sound design. I love the atmospheric music. I love the redesigned creatures in the game, all the new sprite work with all the extra detail added in and everything. It looks really, really fucking nice, and it's a lot of fun to play. Like, if you never played Doom 64, it's awesome. It's fucking great. And obviously we will eventually play through Doom 3, and I'm not entirely sold on what version of Doom 3 to play through. Obviously, if we want to do the short co-op campaign, we have to get I have to get the PC version of the BFG edition. But I have my original discs for Doom 3 and the Doom 3 expansion, Resurrection of Evil, that I can force them to run in 1920 by 1080, and that's about the only way that I'd alter the graphics, is getting them to run at a modded resolution, because Doom 3 was 2004, widescreen was not standard at 2004, so it is not a widescreen game. Later iterations of it, like Doom, the BFG edition, which makes more changes than just the lighting, is a widescreen game. Does work better on modern machines, that kind of thing. So, I don't know. I want to do a co-op playthrough of Quake as well, because Quake's a lot of fun, and I did Quake 2 some time ago, a solo playthrough of that, and I could do the Quake 2 expansion packs as well. I would like to do that. I've never played through the Quake 2 expansion packs because I never owned them back in the day. I just had the base Quake 2. And that's And I got those when I got the Steam version, and I still have my original Quake 2 disc. I got the Steam version because I wanted to play the expansions. That's the reason I got the Steam version of Quake 1 as well. I wanted to play the expansions. And I have since played them some, but I haven't beaten them. I would love to beat them for the channel. And I would love to do co-op playthrough of Quake 1 at some point. And maybe someday we'll do some Quake 3 Deathmatch. That'd be fun. Instead of continuing with the Doom Deathmatch that we've done 6 episodes of so far. The last one was kind of jittery because Fraps decided it wanted to tank my fucking frame rate, which was not fun. You guys already know about how that and how goddamn annoying that was. Yeah, thanks for nothing, Fraps. Then I recorded the last 5 episodes of Doom 2 with OBS, Open Broadcaster, and that worked just fine. I wasn't even fucking streaming it, just recording it, and that worked just fine. So we'll continue to use that in the future. And I don't even know what the deal was. Like, I've used OBS for years. All the PC gameplay that I have used that I have used for OBS in the past, all the PC gameplay that I've recorded in the past, every single PC game that I've ever recorded before Doom 2 was recorded with Fraps. So I don't know what the deal with Fraps was that it decided that it suddenly needed to just shut itself off like that, but that's kind of frustrating. Kind of annoying that I can't use this program anymore. It is what it is, though. Nothing I can do about that. I think we're finally coming up with the end here. I remember that K being the last thing that I did. So I'm going to go ahead and sign out. So thank you everybody for watching this episode of Let's Play Far Cry 4. I certainly hope you enjoyed it. We'll bring more to you in the future. Dalton will come back, and when he does, we will play some more Doom 2 and finish that off. In the meantime, I'll see you in the future with something else. Thank you everybody for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe down below. Share this video if you could. That would help us out a lot. We'll talk to you next time. Goodbye, everybody.